Ange, we sit here with the League Cup back in your possession after that 2-1 win over Rangers. You spoke in length about it in various interviews after the match, but as we sit here 2 days later, what are your reflections?
Yeah, look, great day, I thought. For the club, the players did their part. They on a big occasion, I thought we performed really well. We had to sort of show all facets of our game, which the lads did, and it was just a fantastic atmosphere, and that continued on sort of into the night. And fair to say, went for breakfast with my beautiful wife the next morning. Glasgow seemed a bit quieter, so I reckon it was a big night on Sunday night for some of us anyway. Yeah,
you gave the players 24 hours to celebrate, and you encouraged them to do that because they'd be back into it straight away. Did you get much time to celebrate as well?
Not a full 24 hours. I gave them a few hours, but they didn't have to take the whole. Yeah, look, look, we were home by 8:30 and with the family, and that's kind of my way of celebrating it. But I enjoyed the day. Like I said, I was really pleased and proud of the performance the lads put on in such a big game. We knew it was a first trophy on offer. The occasion, the opponent, all those kind of things. The week leading into it, it was going to be a significant day, and I think really proud of everyone that it turned into a special day.
Just watching you with the fans when you were on the pitch at the end of the game, it struck me that the vast majority of football managers never get the opportunity to celebrate silverware. It looks like you're keenly aware of just how special moments like that are.
Yeah, I think it's important. It doesn't matter how much sort of success you may have during your career, you don't take any of it for granted, because it's all hard earned, nothing's given. I think from my perspective, as much as I enjoy every part of the role that I have every day, when those moments come along, you want to make sure you share it with the people who are important, and for us on that day was the ones on the pitch and the ones in the stands.
You've been at the club for just over 18 months now, but it struck me 9 out of the 11 starters and all 5 substitutes came to the club from you. And when you see them on the pitch at the end, they clearly have a connection. They clearly like each other, respect each other's contribution to the celebration. That must make you feel really, really proud.
It's a big part of sort of what we've tried to set up here and who we are. It's not just about what they bring as footballers, it's what they bring as people, and we work really hard on making sure that we bring the right kind of people to this football club, people who I think will enjoy the environment here, but also be aligned with the values that this football club has had from its existence. And that message is also carried through by the players who have been here longer, led by the skipper obviously, and I think it's an important part of who we are. And again, when you have a day like we did on Sunday, it just makes it all the more significant, because they're all appreciating the success for the right reasons, not just the individual sort of reflection they have, but what it means on a broader scale to this football club.
I'm not sure whether you and your staff will sort of have a technical look back on the game with the players, but if you wouldn't mind indulging us with a bit of that yourself just now, with the 2 goals, the 2 times that we got through the Rangers defence, if you could just maybe, with both goals, just tell us what was key to the success at those moments.
Yeah, I think our start to the game was really good, and we knew we had to start well, and we just got control of the game pretty quickly. Even though we didn't create a lot, I thought if we could sort of maintain our composure and make sure that we made them work, that there will be moments where we would be able to break them open. And I sensed that probably the last 10 minutes of the first half that we were really growing into the game, and it would just take a moment for us to sort of capitalise on. And both goals were kind of things we do on a daily basis here. They're not goals born out from the individual brilliance of a player. It's more the collective sort of structure we have that allows the fantastic players we have in our team to show the best of themselves. And they were good team goals. They were on the back of being really aggressive defensively, and then playing our football and getting the ball into areas where we know with the strikers we have, we can cause damage.
Let me finally just ask you about your captain. There was a stat that came to light showing that Callum's now been involved in 11 domestic senior finals at Hampden, and he has 11 winners' medals. He's learned from captains before him what it takes. Now he's the one with the armband. He's a serial winner.
Yeah, he is, and you know, it's a credit to him and his family. And you know, I think when you're part of a winning team, it gives you belief and confidence that you can go there again and do it again. But to do it as a leader adds an extra dimension. As you said, he's followed a fantastic skipper in Scott Brown, and I'm sure he saw probably how he dealt with success, which is really important. It's not just about attaining the success; it's what you do when you have the success. And you can see with Callum that he's still very, very measured in the way he embraces what comes his way. He understands that his role in it is to be the leader of a collective effort and to never sort of get too far ahead of himself or allow the group to get too far ahead of themselves. And I think that's the most sort of pleasing thing for me, is that I know he'll come back in here today. And I said, after he played his 400th, that he trains every day like he's got something to prove, and I've got no doubt that that's what he'll come in and do today. And that's the hallmark for me of an outstanding leader.
You said now you'll be asking the players to go again. What are the plans for this week?
Yeah, look, lads are back in the building today, and we'll sort of put a bow in what happened on the weekend and start looking ahead. We've got a big week coming up, starting on the weekend with St Mirren, and then a midweek game which we haven't had for a while, but we've been working towards that, with our training, to make sure that all the lads are ready, and that'll be our focus. And again, a key part of everything we've done so far, and even Sunday, is that it's not just a contribution from the starting team, it's a contribution from everyone, and we're going to need everyone next week with 3 big games. And that'll be our message. Strong week of training, prepare for the first challenge on the weekend, and then make sure it's another strong week for us.